Hey, what's up gamers? Welcome back to my channel. This is the second nostalgic video listing some of the games that are now 20 years old or even a bit older, but still hit just as hard today. This time we're revisiting even more classics from the early 2000s, games that defined their era and shaped so many of our gaming memories. But if you want more and haven't already seen the first part, just check it out on my channel. But let me say this up front, this list is personal. It's built around the games that left an unforgettable mark on me. So if your favorite timeless game isn't here, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Let's kick things off with a stone cold classic, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. Developed by Ubisoft Montreal and released in 2003, this game scored an impressive 92 on Metacritic, and for good reason. The story is pure adventure with a twist of tragedy. There was also a movie based on this story, if I remember well, so the prince, eager to prove himself, unwittingly unleashes the sands of time, turning everyone around him into terrifying sand monsters. Armed with the dagger of time and partnered with the sharp-witted Princess F.E.A.R, he must undo his mistake and save the kingdom. Now let's talk gameplay. This game revolutionized platforming. The wall running, the acrobatics, the intricate puzzles, everything felt smooth and precise. And then there was that rewind mechanic. Oh, how many times did it save me from a bad jump? It was innovative and addictively fun. You can still play it today mostly because of the atmosphere. From the beautiful, dreamlike palace setting to the prince's reflective narration, the game felt like a living, breathing fairy tale. Next one is a true legend, Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, or KOTOR for short. Developed by BioWare and released in 2003, this RPG earned a jaw-dropping 94 on Metacritic and is still hailed as one of the best RPGs of all time. Set thousands of years before the Skywalker saga, KOTOR puts you in the middle of a galaxy-spanning conflict between the Sith and the Republic. As a mysterious hero, you build a new crew of unforgettable characters, from the snarky assassin droid HK-47 to the conflicted Jedi Bastilia Shan. And then there was that twist. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, I won't spoil it, but let's just say it's one of the most epic moments in gaming as far as I know. Gameplay-wise, KOTOR delivered deep customization, meaningful choices and turn-based combat that felt dynamic and cinematic, but what made it truly special was its ability to make you feel like a part of the Star Wars universe. Whether you were exploring ancient ruins or debating mortality with your crew, every moment felt epic. Even today, KOTOR remains a masterclass in storytelling. If you haven't played it, you're missing out a galactic masterpiece. GTA San Andreas, the game that made us all feel like kings of chaos. Released in 2004 by Rockstar Games, it boasts a legendary 95 on Metacritic. But do I really have to present it? Well, let's just do it. This giant deserves our attention. You step into the shoes of Carl Johnson, who returns to his old neighborhood of Grove Street after the death of his mother. What starts as a simple quest to rebuild his gang spirals into a sprawling saga of betrayal, revenge and redemption. You'll meet unforgettable characters like Big Smoke and Officer Tenpenny, brilliantly voiced by Samuel L. Jackson, by the way. But the game, oh man, San Andreas was a playground at that time. Want to race through Los Santos? Go for it. Want to work out, get a haircut and customize your rides? Sure. Want to skydive off a mountain into a sea of chaos? Well, be my guest. It set the standard for open-world games. Every corner of its world felt alive, and that soundtrack, pure perfection. Well, it's a game you can always come back to and still find something new.
I'll be straight. My family is already ashamed of me.
Let's talk about a game that shattered expectations. The Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay came out in 2004, developed by Starbreeze Studios. Despite being a tie-in to the Riddick movies, this game stood tall on its own, scoring an impressive 90 on Metacritic. The story is a prequel to the movies, following Riddick's daring escape from the galaxy's toughest prison, Butcher Bay. Vin Diesel not only voiced Riddick but also brought a level of charisma and menace that elevated the character. Gameplay-wise, it was a perfect mix of stealth, melee combat, and first-person shooting. The prison felt like a real oppressive world, full of shady characters and secrets. The attention to detail and environmental storytelling was leagues ahead of its time. I really think this game deserves to be revisited, especially if never played or never heard of it, because it's still one of the best stealth action games ever made in my opinion, and its atmosphere is unmatched. F.E.A.R, or First Encounter Assault Recon, was a genre-blending masterpiece released in 2005 by Monolith Production. With an 89 on Metacritic, it's still a gold standard for horror shooters. The story is simple but effective. You're investigating a paramilitary company gone rogue, but things take a horrifying turn when Alma, a ghostly girl with terrifying psychic powers, enters the picture. The gameplay was a perfect mix of action and suspense. The slow-motion gunplay was exhilarating, and the AI was scarily smart, flanking you and working together to outwit you. And Alma, well, her jump scares are still burned into my brain even today after years and years. I still think that few games have nailed the balance between action and horror like F.E.A.R. It's still as intense today as it was on day one. Next on the list is a game that holds a special place in the hearts of those who played it, Beyond Good and Evil. Released in 2003, developed by Ubisoft Montpellier and helmed by the legendary Michel Ancel, who also created the Rayman series. This game is nothing short of a cult classic. While it wasn't a commercial success at launch, it earned an 86 on Metacritic and became one of the most beloved sleeper hits of its time. You play as Jade, a photojournalist on the planet Hylis, fighting against an alien invasion by uncovering the truth behind a government conspiracy. With her camera, staff, and a loyal sidekick Paige, a grumpy but lovable pig, Jade exposes corruption, sneaks into enemy bases, and captures stunning photos. The gameplay mixes exploration, stealth, combat, and hovercraft racing, creating a unique, unforgettable experience. The emotional bond between Jade and Paige, paired with the game's stunning music and heartfelt story, makes it timeless. Beyond Good and Evil is an adventure filled with hope, courage, and a message that's still relevant today.
Hello, Miss Jade. My employer, Mr. de Castellac.
Time for a game that not only redefined real-time strategy, but also laid the foundation for one of the biggest universes in gaming, Warcraft 3: Reign of Chaos. Developed by Blizzard Entertainment and released in 2002, this masterpiece scored an incredible 92 on Metacritic and remains an RTS legend. Spanning 4 distinct campaigns, it follows a cast of unforgettable characters, from the noble human Prince Arthas, who falls into darkness, to Thrall, the visionary orc leader, and Tyred, the fierce night elf priestess. The rise of the Lich King and the burning shadow of the Scourge made this one of the most gripping tales in gaming history. The gameplay was pure perfection. Each faction felt distinct. The humans, orcs, night elves, and undead all had their own unique play styles. The introduction of hero units with RPG elements was revolutionary, adding depth to the strategy. Plus, the custom map scene gave birth to an entirely new genre. MOBA games, with Defense of the Ancients, Dota, originating here. It's a masterclass in storytelling, strategy and world building. Its influence is still felt today in a lot of games.
Ah, good timing, lad. I sent two of my best knights into
Few games can claim the cult status of Vampire, the Masquerade Bloodlines. Released in 2004 by Troika Games, this RPG was a commercial flop at launch but has since risen to legendary status among fans. Despite its buggy release, it holds an 80 on Metacritic and is still beloved for its storytelling and atmosphere. Set in a modern-day Los Angeles, you play as a vampire caught in the web of vampire politics and ancient conspiracies. The game's world is drenched in gothic noir, filled with memorable characters like Janet Verman, the seductive and psychotic Malkavian, and Lacroix, the shaming prince of the city. The gameplay is an immersive mix of first-person combat, stealth and dialogue. The game's strength lies in its narrative choices. Depending on your clan and how you interact with the world, the story can change dramatically. Are you a suave toreador who charms everyone, or a monstrous Nosferatu lurking in the shadows? Few games capture the gritty, morally complex world of vampires so well. With fan-made patches fixing its flaws, it's better now than ever. Stepping into the shoes of a genetically engineered assassin has never felt as satisfying as it did in Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. Developed by IO Interactive and released in 2002, it earned an 87 on Metacritic and set the standard for stealth action games. The story picks up after the first game, with Agent 47 trying to leave his violent past behind. But when his priest friend is kidnapped, he's forced back into the world of contract killing. The narrative isn't overly complex, but it serves as the perfect backdrop for 47's moral struggles and globe-trotting missions. The gameplay is where this game truly shines. Each mission is a puzzle, giving you multiple ways to achieve your objectives. Disguises, poison, sniper rifles, you name it. The freedom to approach every mission your way made it endlessly replayable. Why is it timeless? Because it defined the modern stealth genre. Its mix of precision, creativity, and tension remains unmatched even today. Even if the last Hitman games are amazingly good in my opinion, this one has a special place in my heart and memories. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about the granddaddy of competitive RTS games, StarCraft Brood War. Released in 1998 as an expansion to the original StarCraft, this game was developed by Blizzard Entertainment and boasts a stellar 96 on Metacritic. The story is pure sci-fi gold. Continuing from the events of StarCraft, Brood War dives deeper into the struggles between the Terrans, Zerg, and Protoss. You'll witness betrayal, sacrifice, and the rise of Kerrigan as the Queen of Blades, one of gaming's most iconic villains. Brood War wasn't a standard expansion, it was a massive improvement. The balance between the factions was refined to perfection, making it a staple of competitive gaming for years. And the campaign missions, they're still some of the best designed in the RTS genre. Why is it timeless? Because it's a cornerstone for esports and a testament to brilliant game design. Even decades later, its gameplay holds up. And who can forget those late-night LAN battles with friends?
Go ahead, Commander. Oh yeah.
So, this was another round of incredible games that are now 2 decades old but still feel fresh, innovative and unforgettable even today. So, what did you think of my list? Did I miss any of your favorites? I surely did, so let me know in the comments and let's keep the nostalgia alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more content on my channel. Until next time, happy gaming everyone, bye bye.